All right, guys, I wanted to do something a little bit different this time around, and I've decided to go through a little 5 week devotional that I wrote up and just wanted to share it with you guys. So these are going to post on Sunday mornings, and these will be posting on Sunday mornings over the next 5 weeks. So you guys are getting the first installment of this Rise, Kill, Eat 5 day devotional, weekly devotional that I'm starting. So this 5 week devotional is designed to encourage outdoorsmen and hunters in their spiritual pursuit of God the Creator. When we view the act of hunting through the lens of what the Bible tells us about creation, diligence, perseverance, and harvesting blessings, it can allow us to grow in our relationship with God, the owner and the creator of all things. So the way this is going to be set up is that I will have a little passage that I wrote, like a little, devotional that I wrote. I will read that for you guys, and then I will read a few Bible verses that are directly related to that passage that I wrote. So again, this is going to be over the next 5 weeks, and this is week 1 of the Rise, Kill, Eat 5 week devotional. There are several verses and passages throughout the Bible that most hunters and outdoorsmen may be familiar with. The account of creation in the first chapter of Genesis, Psalms 8, Acts 10, the mentioning of Nimrod in the 10th chapter of Genesis are all passages in God's Word that point toward our unique relationship with God's creation and those hunters and gatherers before us. The first chapter of the Bible is where God introduces man into the landscape of the fresh, newly created earth. God is nearing the end of his creation week and has deemed the sixth day to create man. What is truly significant about this passage is that it says God created man to be in his image. This is an incredible reality that is often overlooked when we explore the sixth day of creation. God created us in his image, and as we read further, he also gave us the responsibility to rule over the birds of the air, the fish of the sea, the creatures of the ground. Many translations will use the word dominion instead of the phrase rule over, but the point is that we, people created in the image of God, have been made a level higher in the order of created things. God took something that he had created, animals and the earth itself, and has put us in a position to care and rule over these things since the beginning of life itself. There is no other being on this earth that has that obligation or responsibility, and as hunters, we have seen this to be especially true in our pursuits of these very animals, even to this day. This is a huge role that God is challenging us with, but with His help and with a true appreciation for all of creation, we can thrive as caretakers of this land the way God intends for us. Consider your position amongst God's creation and thank Him for putting you in a position of dominion as a caretaker. Anytime that we have the opportunity to get out into creation, my hope is that we can view it through the lens of appreciation of who God is, what God has done, and that God has placed us in a position to explore and to know Him more through it. Genesis 1:26 through 29. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea, and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in His own image. In the image of God He created them. Male and female He created them. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground." Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food." Genesis 10, verses 8 through 9. Cush was the father of Nimrod, who became a mighty warrior on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. That is why it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. Revelation 4, verse 11. You are worthy, our Lord and God, to receive glory and honor and power, for you created all things, and by your will they were created and have their being. So this concludes week 1 of the Rise, Kill, Eat Sunday devotionals. Again, this will be something that takes place over the next 5 weeks. So be sure to share this. Be sure to like it and let me know what you guys think. So catch you guys next Sunday with week 2 of the Rise, Kill, Eat devotionals.